Hi, how are you? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we tried to slay Prince Valinar, but we failed. Beat the crap out of me and Thessarian. So I guess we're going to have to put that quest on hold for now. And today, we are going to be at this airstrip. We're going to start questing here. At Fizzcrank's airstrip. Looks like we got a candy bucket here. Loot that. Get ourselves a little bit of candy. And yeah, we got a quest to turn in here to Fizzcrank Full Throttle. Wonder where he is. Is he inside here? Oh, he's probably upstairs. There's a little elevator here. That's awesome. I didn't even notice that. Look at this place. That's awesome.
Salutations!
I've got my hands full here. At the moment, Death Knight. What can I do for you? Distress call. I see that Skyhopper finally got around to sending help. And none too soon, I might add. Welcome, brother. We need your help badly.
Off and away.
Now that you're here, it's time for me to tell you the full story of what's going on. After you've heard my tale, go outside and find my second in command, Jinky Wingnut. She'll handle everything from here on out.
Be seeing you.
Alright. Let's get out of this little contraption here and find Jinky Wingnut. We'll make this place our home quick.
You have a great day now.
Oh, trick or treat. Looks like we got tricked.
Hi, how are ya? Be seeing you.
And we now have a ghost costume. I guess we'll rock this today. There's Jinky Wingnut.
Hey.
Hello there.
Very well.
Alright,
then.
well, we found Jinky. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Oh, we have to listen to Fizzcrank Full Throttle's tale, then find... Oh, okay, oops. Kind of just walked away from him there. I thought we listened to it. Alright, let's listen to his tale. Tell me what's going on out here, Fizzcrank. Fine then, have a seat. This might take a while. I wonder if we can actually have a seat. Oh, there's nowhere to sit. It's like some kind of joke. When we first came to this frozen hell, General Arlos, down in Valiant's Keep, gave my group of flying daredevils and I a special task to establish a forward air base for Alliance operations. This airstrip is the result. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy. What with all the nasty beasts and the ground rock hard from being frozen, but we managed, and we did it quickly too. Anyway, we need to pump up lots of sand and oil for the machinery. The nearby pools proved to be perfect for that. Some of the sand even proved to have magical properties. Can you say possibilities? But that's a different tale. So we drained most of the water out and built a pumping station smack dab in the middle. Everything was going swimmingly until one day the main suction pipe got clogged. Wait, back up. What was the last thing you said? Oh yeah, go on. Mind you, this part I learned later because I wasn't out there at the time. When they ratcheted up the suction on the pump, up came pieces of robot that looked like a gnome. Of course, the fools worked night and day to put it back together without telling us. This is when we lost communication with the pumping station. Go on. After a couple of days of silence, I sent a scouting party out to the platform. They never returned. I sent another group the next day with the same result, and lost a couple of flying machines out on aerial recon. At that point, I sent someone south to find help, and we hunkered down to prepare for the worst. We turned all of our attention to making armor, weapons, and robots, so that we could head out there in full force. When we did a few days ago, we couldn't believe our eyes. As I was saying, what we saw out there defied explanation. My people were nowhere to be found, but in their place was a veritable army of robots and androids going about their business. The droids all looked like gnomes, and they said that they'd been expecting us. In fact, in their own strange way, they acted like they knew us. We were surrounded and quickly taken to the top of the pumping station. That's where we saw their leader and what he was doing to the surviving gnomes. He called himself Gear Master Mechazod. When we arrived, he was busy transforming the survivors into mechanical beings. He greeted us warmly and explained that he was one of the first gnomes ever to be created by something he called the Grand Architect, a Titan Keeper from within the halls of fabled Uldar. Apparently, he was the blockage that my team had accidentally sucked up from where he'd malfunctioned thousands of years ago. It was just our luck that we'd built the pumping station right above him. The station's mechanics had put him back together, bringing him back to life, and now by the way of thanks, he is going to return the favor by curing all of us of what he called the curse of flesh. According to Mechazod, it's a condition that eventually befalls all of the creations of the Titans. In other words, we all supposedly start out as robots of some kind, and over thousands of years slowly turn into fleshy beings. Preposterous, I know. It didn't look like much of a cure to me, and I wasn't about to stand around listening to some crazy robot while he was butchering my people. We did what any sane gnome would do. We ran. Well, actually, most of us parachuted off the side of the platform, but you get the picture. Not many of us managed to make it back here, and we're still spread thin from having to deal with everything else too, like the Magnetor to the north and the Scourge to the east. To make things worse, the Horde just set up shop to the northwest. And that's where we find ourselves now, Trapbox. We can't possibly deal with all of this by ourselves, and quite frankly, I feel a little out of my depth. Jinky knows what needs to be done. You should see her now. I just hope you'll be able to get us out of this mess with our bodies intact.
You have a great day now.
Alright, so they dug up a mechanome, put them together, and then he started abducting them all. So that's how this, the geyser fields became this, like, this giant tar pit, I guess you could call it. It's all from
Hi,
Mechazod.
you're a tall one.
The Mechanomes. The old man sent you to me, huh? He tell you everything that's going on out here? Good. Let's take care of business then. If you listen to the old man, then you know that we have gnomes out here that were changed. Gearmaster Mechazod infected them with something that reversed the curse of flesh, and now they're robots. We think that we have a way to recurse them back to normal. We want you to take this recursive transmatter injection and use it on the corpses of the mechanomes you come across. We're hoping that this stuff will cure them and allow us to lock unto them, to port them out of there. What do you say, Trapbox? Oh, so they're gonna lock onto them and then port them out. Okay.
Off and away.
So I guess we'll do that.
Honored, I'm sure.
What can't you see? I'm busy here. You think this transmitter is going to fix itself? What's the matter with the transmitter? There's spare parts strewn all over the east of the scalding pools, the geyser fields, heck, probably even up on the pumping station still, too. Bring back a whole bunch. Maybe then I'll be able to get outgoing teleport on this thing working, not to mention getting the incoming transmatter ports aligned. I'd hate to see another accident.
Off and away. Good day to
And
you.
then King Murgle. This is the weirdest thing, Death Knight. There's a Murloc asking for our help. He goes by the name of King Murgle, leader of the Winterfin Murlocs. It would seem that he and his people have run out of their village and they want someone to come save them. That someone is you. You'll find Winterfin Retreat and the King by heading west down the road until you come to the cliffs. Head down to the waterline near the blistering pool.
Alrighty then.
I'm not sure if we'll do that. I did that on my rogue. King Murgle is it's actually a night elf in a Murloc costume,
Good day to you.
pretending he's a Murloc. How am I supposed to get anything done with Fizzcrank breathing down my neck and me without all of my stuff? Dirty stinking snowbolts. Those dirty stinking snowbolts, they stole all of my supplies. What's a snowbolt, you ask? It's like a kobold, except they serve the Magnetor. Kinda take care of them, you know. I know, weird. Anywho, wanna help me out? I know the little creeps stole off with all of my stuff. Stupid me thinking that it'd be nice and safe, packed up on the north side of the airstrip. Why don't you do me a favor and head north to the stupid Magmoth? There's a cash reward if you bring all my stuff back quick.
Be seeing you.
Alright, so that seems to be all the quests in this area for now, so I guess we'll do as many as we can. Head to the sands first. We'll get all these parts. That's kind of interesting how we got to learn about the Mechanomes, and I guess they were built by the Titans. Or a Titan. I wonder which Titan built the Mechanomes. His crank cursed and teleported. Oh, is that down there? Ultrasonic screwdriver. Let's check this out. So we have to curse this guy and teleport him. Use the target and inject a dead Fizz-Krang Mechanome so that he will be cursed with the curse of flesh and can be teleported back to the airstrip. Well, I guess the curse of flesh may be a real thing. Check out this quest. Ultrasonic screwdriver. The unit you just dismantled had this inside of its mechanical innards. Looks pretty complicated. Apparently something back at the airstrip. Someone back at the airstrip would want to take a look at it. Maybe crafty wobble sprocket. So it looks like not only the gnomes are having troubles with these Mechanomes, also the Tonkala village don't like them either. But I guess it's all the gnomes' fault, because they were the ones who, you know, started this oil sand operation. Dug up the gnome, put them together, and then all this chaos started happening. But they had to do it, right? They need to make an airstrip. Surprised the Tonka didn't attack them before they started, like, building all this stuff. I guess they were too busy with the necropolis in front of their village. It's cool seeing the game from both sides. So we got two here. Okay, so we gotta find some more Mechanomes. And I think most of them are on here. Where the rig is. Oh, there's one. So we'll put this here. It was horrible. They've all been changed. So I'm interested to see what happens with this. Do we eventually end up fighting Mechazod? You do as the Horde. You do all the quests in Takala Village. I think you probably will fight him eventually. Cool thing I found out about my rogue is you come here and you're an engineer and you slay these robots, you can actually get like engineering materials off of these guys after you kill them. It's kind of cool. Get a lot of like cobalt nails, stuff like that. So we need one more part and then it's just mechanomes after this.
Warning! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
They got the Scourge attacking them. This place is like a war zone, man. We have like the Cobalt, the Snowbolts, I should say, the Scourge, the Mechanomes, the Alliance, the Horde, the Tonker from Tonkala Village. The Tuskar, the Kivaldir. There's, yeah, a lot of forces at work. There's the last one here. You'll be decursed.
Interesting.
Hey, my screwdriver. You found my screwdriver. I've been wondering where that thing got lost. You found it inside one of their robots, you say? That gives me an idea. The ultrasonic screwdriver is the ultimate tool. It can do anything to mechanical stuff. Head back into the pools and dismantle a number of Mechazod robots. Then all you have to do is use the screwdriver on their remains. And I'm betting that they'll turn to our side for a short time anyway. I'm pretty sure it won't work on the Mechanomes, so don't even bother with them. Oh, and if you want to take anything from the robot's insides, you want to do so before using the screwdriver.
Very good. 3 things.
It's going to take a lot of spare parts to keep this thing running. Please tell me you've returned with everything we need. That's great, Death Knight. These parts look like they're in serviceable condition. Now, if I could only figure out how to fix this blasted thing. You're a proven hero. I have another problem. My boss, Tinky, went east with Bixie Wrenchshanker, and I can't get the outgoing on this thing to work. Tinky's the only one that can fix it, and we really need it working 100%. You think you could find them? Bixie said something about following some old Magnetor to a place called the Dens of Dying. I'm guessing that's where you'll find them. You can catch a ride out there by talking with Kara Thristar at the runway.
Very well, then. Pleased to meet you.
You did it, it worked. I can't believe you were able to save so many. We're fortunate that to have you around here. Alright, so we'll take these shoulders. Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. Okay, I think we're ready for the penultimate assault. Before you can bring down Mechazod, you're going to have to dismantle his lieutenants first. You'll find Chwonky, ED-210, Max Blasto, and the Grinder at the West Point, North Point, Midpoint, and South Point stations, respectively. To get them to show up, just turn the valves of the stations to mess up whatever they're trying to do out there. You can't miss the places. They all have spinning lights.
You have a great day now.
Alright. I think we have to go back up. Talk to Fizz Crank Full Throttle. I'm gonna sell
Interesting.
some of the junk we have here. These are pretty nice, even though we lose a lot of stam. We get a lot of strength. I think it's worth it. Wouldn't help against Prince Valinar. Clearly we need the survivability against him, but against everything else here, it's pretty good.
Very well, then.
Alright, set up here. Damn it. It's a pretty small elevator.
Interesting.
I should have flown the mission myself. It's not that I don't trust Tailspin, far from it. Heck, he was the best wingman I ever flew with. No, it's just that it's my responsibility to lead a mission of such import. I sent Tailspin out with our fastest recon squadron to gather information about the Nerubian infestation in the middle of the Geyser Fields. The last report we received placed the squadron in the pools to the far south and just west of the Nerubian sinkholes. Find Tailspin, Dravbox.
Right.
Alright, so let's find Tailspin and deal with these lieutenants. And we'll also take care of these robots. Probably get a group of them here.
Warning! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Unknown reporting for duty, sir. They follow you around? I wonder how many we can get. Can we actually fight with these? Nice. That's kind of cool. We're gonna have like an army of these robots. I wonder how long they last. I guess we'll get an army of these robots before we go and fight anything. Wonder how... Should last a while, I think. Let's get two of these guys here.
Warning! Warning! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Looks like we're losing a couple of our robots. They don't last too long. There's a couple here. I don't know where these lieutenants are. ED-210. There we go. There's ED-210. We're getting beat up by these things, man. I wonder if we can use the Grench on this thing, on ED-210. It doesn't look like it disappeared already. Another one there. That's another. Oh, that was ours. Okay, so we need Max Blasto. We gotta go find him. There's one over here. Cool, you just played like a bunch of different types of robots. These things actually hit pretty damn hard. Okay. So there's the grinder down there. And this is the west one, so we need east and south. I don't know if they're gonna come all the way here. Looks like they are. Oh, so a gnome falls out after. That's kind of cool. I didn't notice that. I think that's what happened there. There should be a gnome operating or something operating the machine. Okay, so now we just need 2 more robots. And then 1 more of these stations here. Let's look like the robots first.
Warning, warning, intruder alert. Warning, warning, intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Alright, so we got 1 more right here. Gotta fight Max Blasto. Alright, there we go. So we'll head back to the airstrip, turn these in.
My, you're a tall one.
Wow, you survived. I guess that's left to do. I guess that's all that's left to do now is to deal with Gearmaster Mechazod. The Gearmaster. Gearmaster Mechazod is insane. He says that he offers us immortality by removing the so-called curse of flesh, but what he's really making are robotic slaves. Trapbox were pretty certain that he's still at the pumping station out in the middle of the pools to the east. The last we saw of him, he was in the command hut up top. Go up there and research his stuff. You must confront Mechazod if gnomes everywhere, no, everyone everywhere, are to stay alive.
Very good. Good day to you.
Woohoo! And you brought back the screwdriver intact too. Reprogramming those robots is going to turn out to be a huge advantage in our favor in the fight against Gearmaster Mechazod. I think you've earned a little something for that. Alright, guess we'll take the plate legs.
Off and away.
And I guess we'll go and fight Mechazod. Why not? I think that'd be a good way to end the episode. Yeah, it seems like most of the quests between the Horde and the Alliance, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, you fight Mechazod as the Horde as well. But you get to know a little bit more of the story, I guess. By checking it out on the Alliance side. Oh, wow, it's gonna be rough. Gotta watch out for these bots. Oh my gosh, the whole place is coming down on us. Think we can survive this? I don't think so. We're dropping.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
We got a couple down. We really gotta make sure those robots don't alert the entire place. It's good that the Scourge helped you, though. There's one right here. It's kind of crappy. I pull a bunch of stuff here. I think you need like a stun or something like that. Yeah. Didn't pull as much as last time. So is Mechazod here? Gearmaster's Manual. You're looking for me, child? Why do you come to kill me, Trapbox? I only wish to help. Now that I have been reassembled, we can return to a time of perfection, the time of the Titans. But I can see in your eyes, hear in your pulse rate. You would destroy me despite my offer of immortality. Very well, it saddens me that it has come to this. I look upon you, all of you as if you were my children, and I will slay you if I must. I think he'll kill... let's get a picture of him first. There we go. I should have made this guy an elite. Like, he should be just as strong as Prince Valinar, you'd assume, right? Made by the Titans. Thousands of years old. Alright, so let's Earth back. And turn this quest in.
Can I help you?
Jinky told me to expect you. Is it done? The old gnome breathes a heavy sigh of relief. It is done then. You have saved us. If you hadn't stopped him there, then who knows how far this madness would have spread. With the threats from the Blue Dragons and the Nexus War, not to mention the Lich King, the last thing we need is a mad creation of the Titans running loose. Thank you, Trapbox. Alright, so I guess we'll take this ring. Pretty nice ring. I think it's better than the other one we have.
Daylight's burning.
Alright, guys. Well, that is going to be the end of today's episode. I think next episode will help them fight the snowbolts, and we'll see what happened with that gnome who crashed his flying machine. That is the end of today's episode. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.